This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Work. Now, our work, it's weird.
Boo!
Shut up. God. Our work is weird because we've all known each other for so long and we're a bunch of degenerates, so it's hard for me to gauge what a normal workplace is like.
Yeah, you've never. I have. Last year, I had 4 different jobs.
I know. I've worked in a normal work setting like once in my life.
Oh, it sucks.
When I was in healthcare. But even that is a little, you kind of have to have a certain edge to you to work that. So, according to a new report in Fortune magazine, around 62% of workers worldwide say that they hide aspects of themselves at work, which is up from 55% last year. So people are becoming more secretive at work.
Oh.
Things are more hidden in North America. That's where we live. Feel like I have to tell people these things.
How many countries are in North America?
3.
You know what? Look at the big brain on Brad.
There's some of those freaking reels or whatever where they'll be like the quiz people on the street, you know?
Yeah.
And he'll be like,
scary.
What time is this? And he'll have a clock, like an analog clock.
And they're like,
And they don't get it right, and he'll be like, good job. And I'm like, stop telling people they're right. When
Dude,
they're wrong.
I know. It's funny, though, because he just condescending to him.
Like, damn it. Ah! Anyway.
You know, if we had Canada, the U.S., and Mexico all as one, what would it be called? What's the acronym?
I already know. We would CUM. Can't say it.
Coom.
Americans. Anyway, 70% of workers say they are secretive about themselves on the job. That's good. A little mystery's good. When broken down by generation, Gen Z is the most likely to be secretive about their lives. I've noticed them. They're kind of secretive people.
Nobody wants to know what they're doing, you know.
Yeah. So they kind of...
Because they're doing weird stuff. You know that, right? There's a lot of things being shoved up somewhere.
I think it's because the generation previous shared a lot on social media.
Yeah.
We were oversharing.
Sure.
And now Gen Z is like, I'm not going to do that. And also probably because they were taught to keep stuff more secretive because of online predatory behavior and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Some companies may prefer employees to be authentic at the office. You do not really want to know everybody as they are. Trust me.
Trust me.
And want them... They're a bunch of freaks.
Oh, it's so much different now.
And want them to feel comfortable being themselves. But only 49% of workers trust their employer to build a working culture where everyone can thrive. Yeah.
Right here, baby.
I know. Right. Yeah. When Randy made you smell his wiener hands the other day in the bullpen. I was like, this is a work environment I can thrive in.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I tell somebody, like, again, now remember, I'm the controller. I accounting, right?
Yeah.
But somehow I'm also the HR director.
Yeah.
Was not planning on it, but, you know, it works out. It was fine. I think I'm doing all right. I have a new time card.
I don't know.
Everything else going on.
Shockingly, I never really have to talk to HR.
Perfect. And when you did, I handled it.
Yeah, exactly. But
So-
my complaint was about you.
I handled it. No, but every time I say something to somebody like that, they're always like, what, you? It just happened yesterday. I forgot who I was talking to. Oh, yeah, my old landlord. I had to pick some stuff up from him yesterday, and I was giving the lowdown on what was going on in my life, and then he's like, what, you?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I
Everybody
still
says the
find
same
it
thing.
hard to believe, too. But here you are.
Well, there's 2 different versions. There's the professional, and then there's the separate one, which is the degenerate.
Yeah. So true. All right. A 52-year-old man named Mark Rohrer was at a wedding at a country club in Florida last Saturday. Sounds nice.
Of course it does.
Was waiting in line for some prime rib. Yum. A man in front of him allowed his young daughter and another girl to join him in line. So, join him in line. That means they cut in line.
Oh, the chat cut. You've seen that? Oh, yeah. Larry David talks about that.
And Mark was furious because they were cutting in line. Okay. Now, there are some things I would agree with Mark with on this stance. Okay? But getting prime rib at a wedding, not one of them to get mad about, because there's plenty of prime rib and it's really only two people in front of you and it's going to move pretty quickly.
What, are you going to take a hunk?
Right. What are they? Okay. Mark has a problem.
Yeah.
Mark started shouting at the dude who let the people cut.
Well, it might be the principal, too.
Maybe.
I would agree with it.
Mark started shouting at him and the dude ignored him. But Mark did not stop there because he has perseverance. He walked over to the man and hit him on the head with a plate.
Yes, I love Mark. We need more Marks. I love this dude.
The plate shattered, and that started a scuffle with multiple guests. Here's the thing, though. Mark never got prime rib. That's what I always focus on is like, but your goal.
But you know what?
Your goal was prime rib.
He gained respect, and respect is better than prime rib.
I don't know that he did.
Right here, baby.
He did gain a couple charges.
He's an American hero.
Aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
With a plate?
A plate.
Quit stacking charges. Catch the actual criminals.
In the police report, one witness confirmed that they saw the large, bald man strike the slimmer man on the head with a plate. For the record, it was a dry wedding. Mark wasn't even drunk. He was just drunk on the idea of having some prime rib.
Yeah, well, he got sick of it. It was falling down, dude. It was
right.
He's tired of all the because showing respect for somebody that's like a base model of. Oh boy, he's like a human thumb.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess he probably. Yeah, dude, he could have used less steak.
Mark, buddy, maybe you need to sit out a few prime rib lines.
Yeah. That's not good. There's a couple of,
He's like 95% prime rib.
Yeah. I mean, that's his lower chin,
right?
Not the upper one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
I still like that. That guy'll never cut in line again. I bet you that.
Yeah.
Smash that plate over his head. Man, that's hard too. I take that back. Think about one of those thickies. You used to get from.
Dude.
You mess
that
somebody
dude's
up.
definitely concussed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If he knocked him on top of the head and broke the plate, that dude's got a concussion.
Because then it pops and then it still comes down, so that you're gonna get cut too.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Man, I'd be pissed. Did he get to sit down and eat his prime rib and baked potato?
I would have eaten it, and with
with my concussion, and be like, I'm probably gonna puke this up. But
if we were Mark, he probably sat down and been like, you know what, this is the meal of victory.
Just eating it with his hands.
Well, nobody gets punched in the face anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
It's baloney. Everybody's so like, oh, you'll hear kids that are like, these little skinny guys are yelling at other people. There is this YouTuber that I just want something bad to happen to him so bad.
No, that's bad energy.
Well, he casts it out, right? And he does stuff on purpose to instigate people. And he's got this huge bodyguard.
Yeah.
And he always just does stuff just to antagonize. And it's like, I forget, he's super popular. Kids like him. That's a scary thing. That's why you got all those kids in our previous story.
That's right.
That's why you got that type of thing going on. You got these just non-respecting dick bags. I hate it.
Yeah, it's true.
So that when I hear something like that, it's like the old school way,
Yeah.
Handle it.
When was the last time you had prime rib? Are you a prime rib person?
Yeah, oh yeah. Over the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Over the holidays.
Same.
Yep.
I do want to get out to Keystone Grill in Cambridge. Supposedly has amazing prime rib. And I've been trying to make it out there for it.
Keystone and Cambridge.
Hasn't lined up yet.
Gotcha.
Fate has not allowed it to happen, but it will. It will. But anyway, I think we could all use just take a deep breath, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your eye on the prize. You never got your prime rib. And you know what? They don't serve prime rib in jail. I can tell you that much.
They don't.
It's bologna sandwiches, but it's not the good bologna.
It's hot dogs.
It's not the good bologna. And it's not the good apples they give you either. They give you the mushy, red, delicious apples that are indeed not delicious. It's a lie.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Here's a cool study. I don't know if it's real or not, but
Okay.
let's go with it. No, it is real. It's real. It's single women are happier on average than single men. That's among the findings of a recent study of the University of Toronto psychology researchers. They say the results suggest that men may have more to gain than women in heteronormative romantic partnerships. Ours is the first comprehensive study of how gender differences are tied to well-being and singlehood. It says that.
Go ahead.
From here,
I just have things to add.
From here, we can begin to understand why single women are doing better than single men, and how everyone can balance these elements to build their best lives. For the study, now published in psychological and personal science, Hone and Professor Geoff MacDonald examined 4 well-being outcomes
Sure, that's
of nearly.
Jeff. It's Jeff.
Is it Jeff? Oh yeah. Nearly 6,000 adults satisfied people are with their current relationships, how satisfied they are with their life, how sexually fulfilled they are, and how much they want to be in the relationship. Due to the sample size limitations with non-binary individuals, a study focused on individuals who identified as men or women. Overall, the researchers found that women fared better on their own than men. They're happier with their single status, the quality of their lives, the quality of their sexual lives, and their desires. They desire a partner less. Hone says that results build on existing research that shows men fear singlehood more than women do, and that they struggle to navigate the expectation of traditional masculinity. What were you going to say? What'd you get?
What was that last line?
What was that say?
What was the last line?
They
you said?
struggle to navigate expectations of traditional masculinity.
Of traditional masculinity. I don't even know what that word salad means.
I don't know. That's what I. These wordier ones end up being something. They are word salady.
Yeah. This goes with a study we had not too long ago that I didn't read because I thought people would be offended.
Well, you know me.
So it was, God, and I wish I could find it, but I can sum it up.
Okay.
So the study was for it was married couples or basically a domestic partnership, whatever. You've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. And this was hetero, you breeders, right? And so they asked basically the same things, right? So it was they asked the women about the decisions that they make in the household, and they asked the men about the decisions that they make in the household.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that men think that they're making more of the decisions than they really are, and they're also not realizing how much it really takes to run the household.
Mm-hmm.
So women are making more of these like micro decisions basically throughout the day that men don't even realize are being made.
So they're like the pawns.
So they're taking care of all of these things and men don't even realize it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just kind of this whole.
Well, I can see that in some relationships as because you can see that they'll do, I don't know. They just do that.
Right. 100%.
But that goes the other way as well, because there's stuff like, I don't know how that got done. My car just magically drives.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's a balance, which is okay.
Totally. But it was just a kind of an imbalance there where the decision making. It was a story about decision making,
okay.
Not necessarily who's doing more of what. It's just decisions being made. The bottom line of the story was about decision fatigue.
I wonder, because it does get crappy to have to make decisions all the time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just want to go in, do your job, and leave. You know.
Right. Yeah.
There's a comfort and security to doing that.
Yeah. So, dude, Hulu has a wife swap back on it.
Wife swap.
Let me tell you something. If you haven't treated yourself and watched Wife Swap lately, just do it. But there is one thing that's great about that, and that is when they do the swap, usually the new partner will make the old partner do some of the duties that their spouse traditionally does. And there's almost always in the episode, at least one of the partners is like, it made me really appreciate like I thought I knew everything my partner did, but I really didn't. And it really made me appreciate everything that she does or that he does or whatever. Because whatever.
It's totally different from the wife swapping I watched, though.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it is.
That'd be cool if they had an adult version of that.
Yeah.
It's
so weird though. The masculinity conversation always is like so touchy with so many people because I think that there's been some confusion happening there too, where it's like I don't know where this came from. Where there's people that think that individuals do not want masculinity at all, and that's not what it is.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just where it needs to be.
Right, where right, and it's there. Just like there's like
but everything has its place.
Yeah, 100%, and it's weird too because like femininity and masculinity are not like men can have like feminine qualities too, right?
Yep.
Like nurturing. Like, whatever. And like, but also who defines these qualities? Like, that's where, like, you start getting into really, like, deep topics about it.
I sit to pee every once in a while.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But, like, it's crazy. And I don't know, like, man, the masculinity discussion got really weird.
Yeah. It's crazy that you mentioned that because that's one of the things that they mention in this article. There's a notion that to really be a man, you must be the type that gets girls. It's like a sign of status.
Yeah.
But in the early ages of dating, men typically have more difficult time obtaining a partner and therefore accessing sex.
So
women, it is easier for a woman to have sex than a man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. If a girl goes out, she's like, I'm going to get boned out. That's going to happen. A guy goes out, like, yeah, you might be doing a shuffle.
That's correct. 100%.
Yeah, that disconnects the finding that single women are more sexually fulfilled than single men. In addition, they may have more sexual freedom and can focus on their own pleasure instead of prioritizing male partners.
That's funny. How much of that comes into play? Because I have had these discussions with my friends when they're debating breaking up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, but the continuous poontang is a reason why I stick around.
Yeah.
That's a factor. It's never once been a factor of why I've stayed in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't think. It's like, unless you're like, yeah, I hate saying this, but if you're not the best looking of people, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
But if you're decently put together, you can usually catch a couple.
I don't know.
Catch a couple of flies if you need. I don't know. It shouldn't be a factor because I think I was thinking this the other day, or maybe I said it on here. I don't even remember. But there's this word, I can't remember what it was, is basically that when people will stay in relationships that are, it's worse that they just stay in these relationships that it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's more like they're just settling.
They're just settled because it's like it doesn't get any better, but they don't want to go back the other way, so they just handle it and stay into it the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying because then you just like kind of mope through life. It's awful. Because you'll see some couples that are just having a great time,
Yeah, I know. And like it's weird because like I can understand why you would feel like you have to stay there or why it would be difficult to leave. And especially like this is another thing we were talking about the other day. If you don't have a renting history.
Oh, yeah. Do they think, well,
How are you going to get a place when you leave your significant other?
well, if they know
You know?
you said I've had a house and now I'm moving out,
Right.
I
But,
think
like,
usually they'll.
But, so that's been a thing, too. I had a friend that was leaving her boyfriend. They were together for a very long time. But the house was in his name. But she lived there
Right.
for
But you can also
15 years.
Yeah, you can also put that as part of your history.
Sure. But when she went to get her own apartment, she had to pay 6 months in advance.
I think that's the place, yeah.
And
That's up
she
to
could afford it. She's a fortunate person, but how many people can do that?
Well, I'm going to guess it's where she went. Because if she's a fortunate person, she went to a fortunate place.
Yeah.
Where they fortunately want more fortune.
Sure. I get it. I don't know. People are at where they're at for all kinds of different reasons. And I mean, you can be like, life is short. You need to make sure you're enjoying it. Sure. But there's also practicality involved, and especially if you got kids and whatever else.
Yeah.
You got to try to figure that stuff out. But man, yeah.
I mean, this is what I will say. There's a benefit. And obviously, like I said, it is probably harder on a man to be single because I think that, in the event that you do want to find somebody, it's going to be a little harder than it is for a woman.
Sure. And I think the loneliness epidemic with men is a factor.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real thing.
I sit there and wonder how there's some guys that just, I'm sure they love it. There is benefits to being single, but there's also a lot of benefits to being with somebody, and it's the security.
Right.
Security and feeling like, you're just not alone.
Right.
Is a huge thing. If you're as a weighted scale, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Because again, not having to, you go somewhere and not have to tell anybody, worry about it, what time you're going to get home, blah, 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 all that, which is cool.
For sure.
But at the same time, you come back to like emptiness and you're just sitting there crying in your Cheerios. That's not good.
Yeah. I usually like to put bananas on Cheerios, not tears.
That's why you end up with dogs, cats.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. There's so much to consider when going through all of that stuff. And then it's like, and that's why I get why people are just, hey man, I'm staying single. And then you start getting into what are people's motives, and man, you get burned a few times on them dating apps.
Yeah.
I get it.
And my understanding is that dating pool it looks like a cesspool at this point. When the older you get, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
It starts looking like, those in Africa when they're having the droughts. They're
No
all,
kidding.
and you get eaten by a crocodile. That's that's the dating pool.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
Part of my tough stance on immigration, Taco Tuesdays will be changed to Pizza Thursday.
I like pizza, pepperoni, mozzarella, and anchovy. I like pizza with salami, extra cheese, and oregano. I like pizza with tomato. I like pizza. We like pizza. We like pizza in the morning. We like pizza every day. We like pizza in the evening. We like pizza anyway. I like pizza, pepperoni, mozzarella, and anchovy. I like pizza.
Happy Pizza Thursday.
Yeah.
Are you going first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
Fine.
So there are.
As long as both of us finish, that's all that matters.
Does it? Does it really? So I never knew that these two flavors would go together, and I don't know if they do, but I'm always curious to have stuff like this. Pizza flavored cereal?
Not needed.
Well,
Just
two
because
iconic.
we can doesn't mean we should.
Yeah, had that. I was going to say something bad, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Two iconic flavors are joining the same team ahead of Super Bowl LIX. General Mills, Licks. General Mills is partnering with Totino's for mashup products that was so wacky that might work. Pizza flavored cereal.
No.
In a press release shared by People, the company revealed that its limited edition breakfast item will pair the savory flavor of Tino's pizza rolls with the sweetness and cereal shape of Cinnamon Toast Crunch to create the matchup made in heaven, full of bold flavors.
No. No.
Yeah, if you,
Cinnamon Toast
would you
Crunch-
try it though? What if it's good though?
Well, I don't really consume a whole lot of cereal anyway.
Right, I don't either. I used to love it, but then I found out how.
Oh, I
fattening
love
was.
it.
Oh yeah,
But there's
Just all it is
no
is sugar and-
nutritional value
no.
really.
it unless you're eating like grape nuts,
Right. Yeah.
which is like gravel.
And costs like $4,000 for a box.
Well, unless you go get some fruity pebbles, I can dig on that.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
There's more sugar in the
And
milk
also-
than there is in the cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is sacred. Why are we smushing it with anything?
Because you could still get the normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but now you get
I
to try
know.
this.
This is stupid. I hate it.
Well, you better get it because it's limited time.
Nope, that's fine. You keep it. To
I
yourself.
think I'm gonna get one and then just bring it in here so you can try it. And what if you like it?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh,
I already have my mind made up.
See, negativity. What was it supposed to be? We complain about everything, right?
I'm not
We get-
complaining.
Yes, you are. You're complaining about great things being mushed together. Okay. Well, that's mine. What's yours?
I have a few. Okay, so there was a story about each state's favorite kind of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to take a stab at which kind of what?
Hawaii is Hawaiian.
Did you know that Hawaiian pizza was made in Canada?
Of course it was. You know.
Canada. Okay, hold on. No, Hawaii is supreme.
Supreme is
Yeah.
in Hawaii. Okay.
What do you think Wisconsin's favorite?
Carnivore, meat lovers.
Yep.
That was super
100%.
easy.
Yeah. I
Um,
do love a supreme pizza though, because I like.
I don't.
I know you don't like peppers.
Yep. There's something about a pepper, the
Mm-hmm.
bell peppers and stuff like that.
I know. But we're pretty limited here, so it's like supreme pepperoni meat lovers are basically what we're into.
Yeah.
And then there's a one-off here, with Massachusetts
Massachusetts likes what? Anchovies on their pizza?
veggie.
Veggie pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
A veggie pizza do be good. I don't mind a veggie pizza at all. Okay, and the other one is the average American has not changed their pizza order in 2 years.
I agree with that. I
And-
get the same thing every time.
14% of people have been eating the exact same pizza for over 5 years.
I only get it if that's not available. Like, there's pepperoni. Whatever. I guess we're having pepperoni. But it's only out of, necessity.
Midwesterners have a reputation for being the least experimental with food, and that's true with pizza too. Of all 50 states, Michigan is the state least likely to spice up their pizza order, and 11% of people there say they've never tried a new pizza combination.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. But so I do like the what is like barbecue chicken pizza,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's almost like just eating a nacho, But it's buffalo chicken and like Alfredo pizza. There's some good ones. But,
Yeah, I'll mix
But they
it up.
don't taste as good as the old classic sausage and mushroom.
I was at Ian's and we tried the brat pizza. That was good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try different stuff. Sure.
I was at Gem City, whaled one of those. And it's funny because we took Logan and his girlfriend, and that's the first time she's ever had it. And she was like, "Whoa!"
Shout out Gem City.
I found out that they soak their bread or their crust. They soak it overnight in olive oil.
That explains it.
So good. You're making me hungry for pizza.
Dude, let's try the Baraboo. Sausage and mush
Yes,
at Gem City
that's my
all
fave.
day. That's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You went to was it Marcine's? Yeah. I still got
Mount Vernon Tap.
Mount Vernon Tap. There you go.
Yeah.
Same thing. Got the same thing there. Sausage and mushroom.
What the heck pizza did I see the other day? Some bar was peddling. It sounded pretty good.
While you're looking for that,
Yeah.
don't sneeze on this. I thought, you know those little cups at Little Caesars?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shite.
Yeah, the
They're
little
good.
pizza muffins.
Absolutely fantastic. Out of this world good. They're so good.
I wish I could remember what the pizza was. I can't even remember. I know there was a dill pickle pizza that I saw. Dill pickle pizzas
I sent
seem
that
to
to you.
be coming. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was what I sent. That was at Cornerstone in Oconomowoc.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many good pizza joints around, man. I don't know. If our ordering the same pizza is your jam, then you go for it. I like a little variety.
Here
but
it is. It's called the Dilza. Indulge in your delicious pizza featuring cream base, a garlic cream base,
Yeah.
topping with thick cut, zesty pickles, and a generous sprinkle of our house cheese blend.
Yeah.
So that's like a big. Look at that. Look at those
Oh
sizes.
yeah,
Big-
it sounds sexy as hell.
It's like right down your alley.
Man, I love pickles.
They have a Philly cheesesteak pizza too.
Yeah. See, and those are all fine.
Mhm.
I tend to be more adventurous with, I guess, pizza when I'm out.
Yeah.
When you order in, and especially when there's like the family element, because you're trying, the more people you're ordering in for, I feel like the more generic your pizza order gets.
Yeah.
You know,
Because the next thing you know, you're eating cheese,
bam. Yeah.
which is terrible. But-
I disagree.
No, I like a cheese pizza.
Hell
it's like
yeah.
a grilled cheese.
Because I think a cheese pizza really highlights the crust and the sauce.
Yep. It tells you how good you are at your base default setting.
That's
You
right.
can hide behind the other ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it depends on how much cheese they use on a cheese pizza. If you get a really thick cheese one, it's good.
Sometimes there can be too much cheese. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, the extra cheese
If you had to have an extra of one of them, what would it be? Sauce. I know.
Sauce.
You. I know you.
sauce.
I guess
David says hot honey on pizza is amazing.
hot
I
honey?
saw for some reason this like Italian eatery in New York ended up in my algorithm. And it's like legit Italian. So I was like, Joey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, you know.
you did the finger
I
thing.
did the hand, yeah, because they be doing the hand. And they had a pizza that they put hot honey on, and it looked incredible. But it was like,
Like a chicken and waffle pizza.
and what's the Molten Monkey Pizza? I have not been to yet. That's our friend Otto's pizza
Oh
joint.
yeah.
But on the Madison Foodie page, they were saying it was incredible.
Well, I mean, you could pretty much make a pizza out of it. You know what they should have is like a buffet where they have all these different types of pizzas.
Is there like a pizza party, like where they have like all the pizza places in the area come together, like a pizza fest?
No, there's a cheese and beer that just happened, but that was it. But I think we're onto something.
Can we have a pizza party?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Can we wear pajamas?
that'd be great.
Hell yeah.
You'd only have but you'd get like 2 slices and people be done.
Well, that's why you'd have to have,
Little squares.
like at Taste, how the portions are
Yeah,
smaller.
yeah.
So then you can
So
taste
then you
more
can,
pizzas.
have a
And
bunch.
then if we have Workman's Relief sponsor it, the more Workman's Relief you have, the more pizza you can eat.
You just got yeah. Then we'll just set out vomit buckets so that you can just go back at it.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.